Despite the fact that we're all quite literally time travelers in a purely didactic and you know that's not what I meant kind of way, actual time travel is a sci-fi trope that's been explored in every mood, from dystopic in the H.G. Wells classic The Time Machine to the ridiculous hot tub time machine, which I stand by my analysis of not being nearly as bad as it should have been. Regardless, we're diving into that same medium once again with today's game, Time Chase. Our provided review copy comes to us from Renegade Game Studios with the outstanding pedigree of such well-loved games as the Clank series, as well as the North Sea and West Kingdom series. Time Chase is a trick-taking game for 3 to 6 players by designer Jonathan Woodard, and I'm going to teach you how to play it and then tell you if you should nab it before time passes you by. Depending on how many players you have in your particular timeline, you'll have to adjust the deck a little bit. Here we're playing with 4 people, so we've removed 1 through 4 of each of the game's 5 suits. Everyone then gets 10 cards from the shuffle deck, as well as a time machine card in their player color, 3 control discs, and a traveler pawn. The player to the left of the dealer gets the first player marker, this tiny cardboard notebook labeled Time Travel. The first thing you'll do every game is to take the top card off the deck and tuck it sideways underneath so everyone can see the suit. This is called the invariant, a strange name considering that it is in fact variable, but you'll see that in a second. Everyone starts each round in the present, denoted by these time markers. Each round has 3 steps, the first of which is resolving events. You'll start with the present and then work backwards. Each location that has a time traveler in it will participate in a standard feeling hand of trick-taking. The lead player will play a card from their hand, and then everyone else clockwise, see what they did there, fashion will follow. The lead card determines the suit that must be played if a player has it. If they don't, they can play any other suit they wish, including the invariant suit. If you play a card that has the same suit but a lower value, then you'll get a single fuel from the supply to make you feeling better about losing this particular hand. Once everyone in the current time space has played, whoever has the highest ranking card wins control of that time, and they'll place a control disc from their time machine on that time marker, signifying their dominance over temporality. Normally, the highest value of the lead suit will win, but if someone played a card of the invariant suit, then they've gained the upper hand and they'll take control. You'll then take the card that was lead and place the winning card over the top of it so you can see both and discard the rest. Then you'll go back in time a step. If there's anyone there, you'll repeat the process for any time locations that have travelers in them. Remember what I said about the invariant being able to be altered? Well, if you spend enough fuel to travel far enough back in time to the invariant, you participate in a blind bid of sorts to change it. Everyone currently in the invariant time places a card from their hand face down. Once everyone's decided, they're all revealed, and the highest card becomes the new invariant. If the highest card is tied, then the timeline becomes unstable. Marty went back and stopped his parents from meeting, so now there's no invariant. Thanks, Marty. Thanks a lot. Next up, for step 2, we mark the passage of time by creating a new present with the next highest time marker token, and everyone is pulled forward into the present time. This fast return generates the fuel you'll need to keep going, as everyone now gets 2 fuel, minus however many control discs they left behind in other time periods. So players in the lead will have less fuel to go back and secure their victories, being forced to fight over current or near past times. This feels like it's actually the last thing that happens every round, but it's not. There's one last step. Time is a ball of wibbly-wobbly, timey-wimey stuff. Finally, we're going to go back and spend the fuel to travel back and begin again. Everyone takes some amount of fuel into their hand, 1 joule for every time period they want to jump back, and reveal all at once, moving their travelers that many spaces into the past. At this point, you'll check for the game end condition, which is that one player has cemented control over 3 time periods. If they do, they win. If 10 rounds elapse with no one controlling 3, then they win. Ties are always broken by who controls the event farthest in the past. And now we come to my first issue with the game. Much like how time travel messes with the order of events, the game's phases are all weirdly ordered. If someone has taken control of 3 time periods, once you're done with step 1, steps 2 and 3 don't alter that control at all. Changing the invariant doesn't push the changes to future time spaces until someone actually goes there and plays a trick, so creating a new present, giving everyone fuel, and then having them travel back again is pointless. You can just end the game. It's over, man. My second issue is that wrapping your brain around the time travel with the trick taking and invariant changing is tough. It takes almost a full game before you start to really grasp the strategy, and what's worse is that the hand you have, these 10 cards that you begin the game with, those are all you get for the whole game. If you have no invariant, you'll have to go back and change it, which takes a card of the suit you want to have in your hand to begin with, and also isn't guaranteed to work. If you get a bunch of low-value cards, your game is much harder than it needs to be. Not being able to alter your hand through drawing or swapping is tough and makes for a bad game experience. What makes this game fun, and actually one that I want to get back to the table again, is the alternate game mode. What I explained earlier is how the game suggests it to be played. However, the opposite of your time machine card reveals a much more interesting game. Now, instead of progressing linearly through time, it's being discovered as you play. The time markers are shuffled to start the game and are revealed in a random order. You can spend fuel to move backwards or forwards in time, and now, finally, we have a game that's got some really cool choices and consequences. This is the correct way to play Time Chase, but I'll say that you should really play the standard way first so that you have some context for those more interesting decisions, and it'll make it just generally easier. Overall, Time Chase is a neat game with some cool ideas, and if you're looking for a weird, quirky, trick-taking game you can play with 5 of your friends, then I'd have a look. Most trick-taking games cap at 4, so being able to bring 2 more into the group for that mechanic is very cool. And who doesn't love time travel? I'm Nicholas, reminding you to help protect the game population. Always leave your cards. Hey everyone, if you enjoyed that video, please hit that sub button and check out all of our other offerings at goodluckhighfive.com. And please consider becoming a patron of the channel at patreon.com/GLHFmagic and help us keep making reviews, videos, and podcasts for as little as $5 a month. We're also always looking for new games to review, so if you make games or you know a company who does and wants to have their game reviewed on Good Luck High Five, please reach out to us at glhf@goodluckhighfive.com and we'd be happy to take a look. You can follow me, Captain N the Game Master, on Twitter and Instagram at CaptainNGM, and follow the channel at GLHF Magic. Remember, please shop at your local game store whenever possible. Until next time, I'm Nicholas, and good luck, high five.